Show. I'm Phil Cleary. Coming up, Casey Dickey with all the union news. But first, we talk to the people that look after the health of the nation, the medical scientists. They're not happy. What is the blue with the government at the present time?
At the moment, we're trying to go through our EBA process at the moment, and this all should have been sorted out in October. Basically, they haven't been interested in returning our calls, Phil, and it's taken strike action to actually get them to come to the table.
Today we've started the breakthrough, and that is to present them with an industrial situation that they simply can't ignore. We note that our fight is not with hospital or patients, but the government's intransigence leaves us no option but to shut down the hospital system if this is what it takes. We resolve to continue the campaign until a satisfactory offer is made.
The government needs to come to terms with the fact it's sitting on $800 million of a surplus. It's thinking we'll save money by cutting wages, but they'll find they won't have a health system. Why would you do 4 years training, then go into a lab, have to work 24/7 on rotating shifts and be stressed out of your brain, and then come home and realise that your partner who works in IT is getting twice as much as you are?
It's time that they stop ignoring us. We're in the background, but we're a vital part of this health service.
Our future as a union and as a profession lies with young people, and it's fantastic to see so many young faces here today, as well as the members, of course, who've been with us for many, many years, fighting the good fight year after year after year. So be encouraged that we are strengthening as we go along, and we will prevail. We will win this.
Very boisterous and quite passionate meeting. Things must be quite serious, Rosemary.
Oh, they are serious, Phil. Our members are passionate about their professions, and the problem is the government will not speak to us about our wage negotiations. They keep repeating government policy is 3.25%,
yes,
which locks their negotiators into an impossible position because our members are 20% behind rates of pay for equivalent classifications in New South Wales. So they
come a bit like the teacher situation.
Oh, look, it's very analogous to the teacher situation. 3.25 just will not cut it for attracting and retaining medical scientists.
Health and education are two key platform things for a Labor government, and yet it's come to this. It's very unusual that you get a bunch of hard-working, dedicated medical scientists and psychologists striking.
Medical scientists do a great job. They're the backroom boys. They do all the patient testing and so forth that goes on in the background.
Yes.
They're a very conservative bunch. For them to come out and actually strike represents a quantum leap.
Our wages are just getting lower and lower. We're just not recognised. We're a comparatively small group of people, but we are the backbone of the pathology of the hospital system. We provide diagnosis to doctors, we do the blood tests, we do everything for them,
yes,
and we're just not known, and our wages are just slipping away.
This would seem an odd situation given that we have an ageing population and a great emphasis on health, or talked about. The services you provide are very crucial, aren't they,
They're
as a preemptive kind
crucial,
of strategy
yes,
for health?
I mean, as Rosemary said, I think 70% of diagnosis for patients are made on pathology results.
Yes.
Without pathology, diagnoses just don't take place.
Consequences are being written every day as our members leave Victoria and go into state. And it's not just people who are scientists, pathology scientists, but we cover radiation physicists. There's only 40 of them in Victoria, but you can't have a linear accelerator, you can't have radiation therapy without the physicists. They're going to New South Wales because they can get between $30,000 and $60,000 more in New South Wales. $100 million, almost $1 billion, and they can't run a health system, or for that matter, a public education system.
There's a certain irony in this because John Brumby recently called South Australia a backwater, but it could be Victoria that becomes the professional backwater.
It will, and so for short-term gain, to enable them to sit on their $800 million in surplus, they're going to wreck the public health system in Victoria. Our members are slow burners. They're scientists. They base on what they do on evidence.
Yes.
They see the evidence. Hey guys, we've been dudded. They see the evidence and they will take the action and they will win. The last time we had to do this was with our last recalcitrant government, the Kennett government. Our members walked out and our members won.
Will you win the struggle? Is the morale good enough for you to go through?
Today, as you saw here, there's a good comradeship between us. We're in it for the long run.